Hi, my name's Dexter and this is my vlog. Hopefully this will be a weekly thing. To start this vlog off, I'm going to do something a little different from all the other vlogging people out there. I'm going to be reading a chapter from the Satanic Bible. If you can see that, the guy, Anton Zander LaVey, thinks he's important enough to have a capital in the middle of his last name, so we'll see about that. I'm going to skip all the first rubbish. Let's start off with a preface in this blog. This book was written because with very few exceptions, every tract and paper, every secret grimoire, all the great works on the subject of magic, are nothing more than sanctimonious fraud, guilt-ridden ramblings and esoteric gibberish by chronicles of magic lore unable or unwilling to present an objective view of the subject. That was a lot to say. Writer after writer, in efforts to state the principles of white and black magic, has succeeded, instead in clouding the entire issue so badly that the would-be student of sorcery winds up stupidly pushing a blanket over a Ouija board, standing inside a pentagram waiting for a demon to present itself, limply tossing I Ching yarrow stalks like so many stale pretzels, shuffling pasteboards to foretell a future which has lost any meaning, attending seminars guaranteed to flatten his ego while doing the same to his wallet, and in general making a blithering fool out of himself in the eyes of those who know. Yes, those who know. The true magus that knows the occult bookshelves abound with the brittle relics of frightened minds and sterile bodies, metaphysical journals of self-deceit and constipated rulebooks of Eastern mysticism. Far too long has the subject of satanic magic and philosophy been written down by wild-eyed journalists of the right-hand path. So, it's political now. The old literature is the byproduct of brains festering with fear and defeat, written unknowingly for the assistance of those who really rule the earth, and who, from their hellish thrones, laugh with noisome mirth. God knows what that means. The flames of hell burn brighter for the kindling supplied by these volumes of hoary misinformation and false prophecy. Herein you will find truth and fantasy. Each necessary for the other to exist, but each must be recognised for what it is. What you see may not always please you, but you will see. Here is the satanic thought from a truly satanic point of view. The gods of the right-hand path have bickered and quarrelled for an entire age of earth. Each of these deities and their respective priests and ministers have attempted to find wisdom in their own lies. The ice age of religious thought can last but a limited time in the great scheme of human existence. The gods of wisdom defiled have had their saga, and their millennium hath come as reality, each with his own divine path to paradise, have accused the other of heresies and spiritual indiscretions. The rings of the Nibelungen, is that from Star Wars, doth carry an everlasting curse, but only because those who seek it think in terms of good and evil, themselves being at all times good. The gods of the path have become as their own devils in order to live feebly. Their ministers play the devil's game to fill their tabernicles and pay the mortgages on their temples. Alas, too long have they studied righteousness, and poor and incompetent devils they make. So they all join hands in brotherly unity, and in their desperation go to Valhalla for their last great ecumenical council. Draweth near in gloom the twilight of the gods. The ravens of the night have flown forth to summon Loki, who have set Valhalla aflame with searing triumph of the inferno. Twilight is done. A glow of new light is born out of the night, and Lucifer is risen once more to proclaim, this is the age of Satan. Satan rules the earth. The gods of the unjust are dead. This is the morning of magic and undefiled wisdom. The flesh prevaileth, and a great church shall be builded, consecrated in its name. No longer shall man's salvation be dependent on his self-denial, and it will be known that the world of the flesh and the living shall be the greatest preparation for any and all eternal delights. This Reggae Satan Ave Satanas Hail Satan. Well, that was inspiring, and I had no idea what half of that was on about, in all honesty. But hey, I'll persevere. It's a pretty difficult read, actually. If you see me struggling there, it's not because I can't read, it's because that is extremely difficult reading. Yeah, let's get to the vlog bit. To be honest, I haven't been doing much recently. I just shifted my computer over to Ubuntu Studio for my media needs. You can expect my next videos to have some cool introduction and stuff like that. I'm working on that at the moment. Getting to terms with Blender, yeah, GIMP I'm pretty good with. I know how to use that. That's all good. And I'm really migrating into Linux quite well. I've used it previously. I was on Ubuntu, now switched to Ubuntu Studio. All I'll say is the UI is a lot better, but the stuff like, the VSync tearing on the desktop is a bit of a annoyance to me. I'm not sure how I fixed that. I know that, but Ubuntu didn't have it, but they were using totally different UIs, so makes some sense. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I'll keep you up to date once a week. I'll read more of that book, I'll read, I want to, and yeah, stay tuned.